Winter Park TV18, shedding light on the issues at hand.
Welcome to Community Matters. This week we're going to take a close look at the rec center under construction here in the Fraser Valley. Proponents of the project say that the build will be a huge asset to the community. Opponents, however, say that there are some serious problems with the contract and the bond. This week we'll hear from both sides on an issue that spawned a recall election and divided an otherwise quiet community. For Winter Park TV18, I'm Charlie Agar.
In November 2007, voters approved some $20 million in bonds for the rec center and for a handful of local projects. A local developer, Clark Lipscomb, with Cornerstone Holdings LLC, donated a parcel of land for the rec center from his Grand Park development in a meadow between Winter Park and the town of Fraser. The land is valued at some $4 million. Shortly after the election in 2007, however, a group of locals cried foul, saying that the rec board was in bed with the developer. And rec board members say that delay tactics from the citizens group have cost taxpayers more than $400,000. Recent rec board meetings have been heated.
The facility itself is approximately a 50,000 square foot facility. It includes about a 15,000 square foot natatorium, which is the indoor aquatics area. It includes about a 14,000 square foot gymnasium. We're trying to design this facility with as much flexibility as possible so that it can be used by everybody.
The idea of a rec center and aquatics facility has been out, the community has been asking that for about 20 years. And so it's gone up for ballot issue 3 times. The first 2 times it was squashed, and then the 3rd time, which was last November, is when we won the election. The issue started soon after that when Pat Rupert decided that the election was illegal.
There has been no accountability by these people, and so I want to see this now. And I want to save this community from a financial train wreck that's coming down the pike when those people that bought those bonds find out that they got a Yugo instead of a Cadillac.
He got thrown out of court on that one. So then he started looking for other things and found out I worked for Grand Park.
One of the problems that we had with the Rec District Board was that there was a member or members that demonstrated plainly that there was a conflict of interest. The problem with that in turn leads to another problem. Mr. Clark Lipscomb, as an employer of one or more of these board members, constructively sat on the Rec District Board. The potential there for self-dealing is dangerous.
The concerned citizens decided Dan, Pete, and I were corrupt.
There's been allegations of ethical problems with certain members of the board. There are financial problems that we've raised about the finances of this rec center. We wish to remove those members who we think made a bad fiduciary decision, as well as 1 or 2 who have an ethical problem.
There was no financial connection at the time. I abstained from every vote. I had attorney guidelines from the moment I was hired by Clark Lipscomb. I have done nothing wrong.
A group, the concerned citizens, have formed a petition and gathered enough signatures to recall 3 of the board members, myself included.
This recall is about the irresponsible behavior that the board members showed by signing this contract that they didn't read and that they didn't negotiate.
There is an objective and an agenda to correct as much as we can the bad parts of the contract, indeed, that this board got us into.
I am a concerned citizen. There's nothing to be a member of. We are not a political organization. We are grassroots.
Well, my involvement with the concerned citizens started this year, and it was over concerns about the possibility that we could be building a building for a private purpose.
We found mistakes, and we want them corrected. We're concerned about our taxpayer dollars, and that's what we're trying to do, is save our taxpayer dollars.
I haven't seen any concern for the taxpayer or our liability and risk down the road. And after I read the contract, I was livid.
We're using public money to finance a private attribute for a private subdivision, the Grand Park, and that's illegal.
Simply put, we got a lot of smart people in this community around this project in the planning phases, and when you get a lot of smart people around a project, it always comes out better. Throughout the project, after it's been passed, we form committees in every phase of the project and involve the community in their project. Again, getting the most educated people about whatever aspect there was in the project to participate, give feedback, critically assess, and therefore making a stronger project. That's been a success. The project is going very well. All of the projects in the bond that passed back in November are going very well, as promised and as was conveyed to us in the very beginning. Build what we passed in the election and stay on budget, and we are doing that.
There's so much riding on finishing these projects out to so many people.
We have been very respectful of letting them have quite a bit of time to speak, to express their concerns and try to answer those concerns, and because we work for them. We are representatives of their district as well as everybody else's.
And we've always been transparent, we've always been clear and honest about everything, and just putting that seed of doubt in people's mind has just been so insidious.
We're not trying to stop that rec center. We know that the bond's been passed. We know that they have a construction management company. We know that they have a contract with a construction company. The problem lies in the contract that they signed with Grand Park.
The wording in the contract says the name shall be the Grand Park Recreation Center or a mutually agreed upon name. So we're like, okay, that's fair. We'll work on that. We have a few more important things to worry about, even though I knew that was going to be a real community issue, and so we knew we'd have to bring that up. But the thing is it got out there, it's going to be the Grand Park Rec Center.
If you look at the website of Cornerstone, they say that they are building the Grand Park Community Rec Center, which, all you people, like it or not, that's the name of your rec center. He stood up at the September meeting and said that he wasn't interested in negotiating another name. The board might, but he doesn't, because he's holding all the cards.
We didn't pick this fight. We've been doing our job, and we are honest, good people, just trying to do the right thing.
I think they were naive. I think that they really wanted something so bad that there was their opportunity, and they just jumped on it.
So here they signed something that they didn't negotiate and that they didn't read, yet they were elected to perform on our behalf as taxpayers. So that's what that petition's about. That's what that recall's about. It's not about personal things in a town this small. We all know each other.
To think that people don't trust you is very, very hard emotionally.
Hopefully the next board will try to correct what some of the members of this board bungled, just out bungled.
We've tried to do everything we possibly can as a board to involve you in your projects and represent you as best we can. And we'll continue to do that and ask for your support.
And so, with the recall election on the horizon and the community somewhat divided over this issue, construction of the rec center goes on. Here are a few links for more information about this topic. With Winter Park TV18, this is Charlie Agar.
Views expressed in this piece are not necessarily the views of RSN, Turner Productions, Winter Park TV18, its staff, advertisers, or affiliates. Community Matters is meant to be an informative look at local issues and provide you with the information to make your own decisions regarding the content. Thanks for watching Winter Park TV18, and please send your email comments to communitymatters@winterparktv18.com.